All right, Ed Whitson has completed his warm-up tosses. Ed Miller walking toward home plate. Miller in that first game had one base hit and a stolen base out of 4 trips to the plate. The downfall of the Braves in the first game was due to the fact that they left 12 runners on base. San Francisco stranded 5. Atlanta had runners on, but couldn't get that big clutch hit when they needed it. They had 7 hits for the first game. The Giants had 6. Whitson, a right-hander who throws hard. Lifetime 24 and 32. Widening pitching. Ball are underway. Lifetime against Atlanta, he is 0-2. Evans charging at third. It'll be Miller, Royster, and Washington. Our first doubleheader of the year. The Braves are now 9-6. The 1-0. Strike. He shortened up the bunt and took it. McSherry called the balls and strikes. Brocklander first. Williams second. Pryor third. Time call for a moment. Here's a windup, and the pitch swung on foul to the screen. 1-2. Outfield playing Miller is a left field hitter. Sadek catching the second game. Now the pitch. Swung on, driven to left field. It's going to be caught by Martin. That ball was well hit. Jerry Martin caught it and left. They've got an outfield of Martin, North, and Clark. Infield, Evans, Smith, Morgan, Bergman, and Sadek is catching Whitson. Now Jerry Royster. Royster 2 for 9 in the series. Came on as a pinch hitter in the first game and struck out. Whitson pitching to him. Fast strike. We haven't seen that much of Billy Smith. Used to play with the Orioles. He's at short, the 0-1. Swung on, missed, 0-2. Whitson is 0-2 this year, ERA 3.18. Washington on deck. Now the 0-2. Swung on, missed, struck him out. Breaking ball got Royster. Washington in the first game had 1 hit out of 5 official trips. 3 for 15 in the series. Waddell Washington batting .326 now. The pitch is driven high into the air in left field. Should be caught by Martin. And it is, and it's an easy 1-2-3 for Ed Whitson. Braves failed to score top of the first. San Francisco coming to bat. We're going to the bottom of the first. Tommy Boggs taking his warm-up tosses. He's 1-1 this year. He's pitched very well every time out. ERA is good at 1.57. Lifetime is 15-20. I can remember a time when he was about 4-18. He's really come on strong. 2-2 lifetime against the Giants. The 15-20 is lifetime in the National League. Overall, 16-30 because he did pitch a bit in the American League with Texas. Now Bill North had a base hit in the first game for the year at .279. He also stole a base. He has 10 stolen bases. He's second to Raines of Montreal, who has 11. Switch hitter, Bill North. He'll be followed by Dave Bergman, who's playing first base in the second game. Cabell played there in the first. Bergman came on late. The pitch is a strike. 0-1. Seems to be a lot of squawking on balls and strikes today, no matter who's back there. Benedict catching the second game. Boggs into the motion. 0-1. Bunted, popped it up. Somebody should catch it. Bruce Benedict's got it in foul territory. Out on a bunt attempt as he fouls to the catcher is Bill Knorr. Now Dave Bergman. Bergman, a left-handed batter. Batting .133. Benedict with a sign. Tommy Boggs, big kick and pitch. Curve outside. Well, let's see. Giants now are 6-11. The Braves are 9-6. Cincinnati lost. They're 8-7. They lost to Houston. Outside. Houston winning only their fourth game today. They needed a 1-0 shutout pitched by Bob Knepper. And I believe that's his second consecutive shutout. I think he shut out the Dodgers 1-0 last time. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Gomez at short. Calling for it around the bag. And he's got it. 2 down for Joe Morgan. Morgan had a base hit in the RBI the first game. The Dodgers lead San Diego 3-2. They go to the ninth. I'll say the San Diego Padres have played them well. They've only won one game down there, but they were taken to extra innings before they lost last night. They're in danger of losing a 1-runner today. Boggs against Morgan, and the pitch. Strike inside corner, 0-1. Evans would be next. The Braves went quietly in the first to Whitson, 1-2-3, including a strikeout of Royster. Now the 0-1. Inside slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tommy Boggs. Pitching, swung on at foul. Boggs' ERA, as I mentioned, 1.57. This is in 3 games, and in 23 innings has allowed only 14 hits, 4 earned runs. That's a good ratio. When you allow fewer hits than innings pitched, shows you're a pretty effective pitcher. The 1-2 is low on a curve. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It was funny the other night after the ball game in Cincinnati. Tommy said he, in the first inning, he knew he didn't have anything, and he still made it through.
2-2. Got him. Strikeout on a fastball outside corner. So each pitcher register a strikeout. Each go 1, 2, 3. And we played one from San Francisco. Braves nothing, Giants nothing.
I'm sitting on top of a gold mine.
That's swell, Ed.
Yeah, except for one problem.
What's that?
I can't get at the gold unless I sell the mine.
Wait a minute. Ed, what are you talking about?
My house.
Your what?
My house. Oh, look at it this way. The difference between what I still owe on my mortgage and what my home is worth today is a lot of money.
Right. That's your equity.
Right. But how can I use that money without selling the house or refinancing my mortgage?
With a General Finance home equity loan.
Keep talking, Tom.
Well, with a home equity loan from General Finance, you could borrow up to $25,000.
$25,000. Tom, I think I just struck it rich.
With the General Finance home equity loan, you may be able to borrow up to $25,000. You can use a General Finance home equity loan however you see fit.
Get all the information by calling the home equity specialist at General Finance. See the white pages for the office near you.
Danfordy and Robert Goulet and I'd Rather Be Rich on WTBS.
Bob Horner leads it off, had a couple of hits in the first game. His average now 250, 5 for 18 in the series. Whitson's pitch to him is a little high, 1-0. We're home Tuesday night. Tomorrow's an off day. We get home in the wee hours. Get home in time to pick up a pair of socks and a shirt head to Chicago. 2-0. But then we're home for a long time after we get back from the Chicago-St. Louis trip. Got a good homestand in July. A lot of good baseball this year at the stadium. We hope that you're making plans to be with us. High pop right side. Could be trouble. Morgan. Clark. Clark makes a one-hand catch after a long run. They play Horner way around the pull. That ball was 15 feet from the right field foul line. Clark had to come a long way to make the catch. Well, the Dodgers keep on rolling. 3-2 beat San Diego. Royce over Lucas. So the Braves lost the game to the Dodgers today. Right now stand 3.5 games back. They win here the second game. They pull it up to 3. Los Angeles now 13-3. Pitch to Chambliss outside. Chris 4 for 13 in the series, batting .280 for the year. The pitch to him, swung on, hit foul, out of play. Chambliss went 0 for 3 in the first game. Four in a row knocked off by Whitson. Now the windup by the right-hander in the pitch. Low. Murphy's on deck. John Montefusco opens Tuesday night against the Houston Astros. 3-1. Swung on, hit hard to right center field. Let's see if he gets through. It's in for 1. Chambliss heading for second. The throw there, and he is safe. He just did beat it. It's a sliding double for Chris Chambliss. He's in scoring position for Murphy.
It's interesting to see how they played Chris that time. They had him swung around. North was over in the left side of the field, giving him that gap over there in right. And Morgan was playing straight away, which means a lot of times that he'll hit ground balls to that area, but he won't hit line drives to that area. But he did that time. He hit a line drive right center field and just made it.
Now Murphy. Braves stranded 12, I repeat, in that first game, and that killed him. Pitch to Murph. Outside. They stranded 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. So 8 were stranded in the first 4 innings, but give Alexander credit. He pitched very well, allowing only 5 hits. Swing and miss by Murph. Alexander fanned 8 in that first game. Gaylord Perry pitched to beauty, too. 6 innings, allowed only 3 hits and 1 run. He was charged with a loss. Alexander the winner. Minton got his second save. 1-1. Murphy fouls it away. 1-2. Benedict on deck. George Herman, 5 for 9 in the series with 2 homers and 5 RBI. Benedict had the game-winning RBI in yesterday's game and in Friday night's game. We'll give him a chance at getting 3 in this series in this second game. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swung on line, but caught by the shortstop Smith. A soft liner to short. 2 down. Now Benedict. Benedict with 2 homers last night. On this road trip, he's brought his average up from 174 to 282. Braves on the trip. Batting average before today's game, 292. ERA of the pitching staff, 1.95. And that winning streak of 6 games, they only had 1 error. They committed error number 2 in the first game of this doubleheader. The whole week, here's a pitch. That's the ball outside, 1-0. So a lot of good things have happened on this road trip. You don't want to lose a doubleheader. They're trying to get that split here this afternoon. 1-0. Low. 2 balls and no strikes. Whitson slowing down just a bit with Chambliss at second. Signed by Sadek. And a 2-0 strike. 2-1.
Their infield is kind of swung around. Morgan's closer to the bag than usual against Benedict, and Smith will in the hole there at shortstop. I guess a couple home runs like that will change their thinking.
2-1. Down low, 3-1. Yes, he had 2 home runs to left field, and he hit a lot of foul balls in this series down that bullpen in left. So they're saying we're going to play Benedict as a dead pull hitter. 3-1. He's in the driver's seat. The pitch in the dirt, gets away. Ball 4. Chambliss for third to throw. He makes it. Chambliss saw the ball bounce away on a wild pitch. Sadek couldn't get it. Chris wouldn't do that unless he was absolutely sure that he could make it, and he did.
That's true. 2 outs. You don't want to take a chance over there and make the third out at third, but Chris don't make too many decisions like that unless he knows just what he's doing.
You know, that's another example, Darrell, of knowing how fast you can run in relation to where the ball is from the catcher in that particular.
Yeah, you gotta know your own limitations. Yeah. You know, Chris is he runs decent for a big guy, and
runs hard and he runs decent is right. He's a hustling type player. Here's Gomez. First and third, 2 out. Louis takes the strike. Gomez up for the first time this year. He's played in 3 games defensively. This is his first at-bat. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Old Winston throws him a curveball. He's probably saying, what in the world's that? I haven't seen one of those in spring training.
It's tough to come off that bench not hitting, and Ramirez not playing the second game. He was listed for a pinch hit in the first. Gomez finished the game. Curve outside. 2-1. Boggs is on deck. Braves with runners on the corners, but 2 outs. Woodson pitching. Swung on, it's foul past third. 2-2. Outfield very shallow on Gomez, who just punches the ball around. Two balls, 2 strikes. Red Sox beat the Orioles 7-5. Blue Jays beat the Yankees 2-1. Now the pitch. Did he go? Oh, that was close. They're going to ask the first base up, Brock Lander, who says no, he did not go. Oakland's leading Seattle 6-4. They came from behind to grab that lead again, shooting for their 16th win. Pitch is low. Gomez walks. Oakland shooting for their 17th win. Excuse me. They win so often. We have a moment. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Braves Baseball Network.
This is WJNO West Palm Beach, where mornings you'll hear the morning team of John Picano, John Clark Wheeler, Gabby Bell, and Paul Harvey. WJNO News Radio, all you'll ever need to know.
One on down, out by short. Smith has it. Slips to Morgan. They force Gomez, and the inning is over. And the Braves strand 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Atlanta nothing, San Francisco nothing.
America. Hi, friends. This is the young Gab Box. That old-timer Buck Kennard, the Win Elliott of this area's sportscasters, and I have been debating for years on the subject of who's oldest. Please don't let that old codger fool you. Everybody knows he's been around a lot more years than I, and you can help me prove it. Buck and I are each selecting 5 players to a game of highlight. It'll be my team against his Friday night, May 8th at the Palm Beach Highlight Fronton. The losing coach must reveal his age. If you'd like to play on my team, write why in 25 words or less to Palm Beach Highlight, 45th Street, West Palm Beach. You'll get 4 free tickets just for entering, and the most original entries will play on my team or Bucks and be the guest of honor of Highlight and have a memorable evening of fun and frivolity. The truth will come out about that old coot Friday, May 8th, so get your entry in now to Palm Beach Highlight, 45th Street, West Palm Beach.
Oh, look at those avocados. Now, let's see. Too firm. Too soft. Not bad. Ah! Someone Smith, you're in a shopping cart.
I borrowed your purse, lady, just to demonstrate how fast it can happen.
Well, who are you?
Never leave your purse alone.
A talking dog?
I'm the crime dog. You've seen me around, long ears, trench coat. Here's your purse back.
Thank you.
Hang on to it, not the avocado. That'll help, take a bite out of crime.
Darrell Evans leads it off. We go to the bottom of the second. He'll be followed by Jack Clark, then Jerry Martin. Tommy Boggs got the Giants 1-2-3 in the first inning. I'd like to remind Atlanta fans that MARTA serves Atlanta Stadium daily before and after games. Convenient way to see a Braves game. Use MARTA. Pitch to Evans. Strike. Now the 0-1. Swung on high, fly, short left. Miller with a long run. Gomez back, fighting it. Ooh, I saw some white. He made the catch. Ball in a glove, and a white came up, but he squeezed it. One down. If you want information on the MARTA schedule, telephone 522-4711. That's 522-4711. You might want to try MARTA the next time you go to a Braves game. And the next time we're there is Tuesday. Now Jack Clark had a couple of hits, including a home run in the first game. Boggs into the motion, pitching. Strike on the outside corner. Cubs lost their 12th in a row, 6-2 to Philadelphia. Cardinals won their 8th in a row, beating Pittsburgh 3-2. Let up drill off the glove of Chambliss. He's going to reach. He throws back towards Boggs, who wasn't there. Tommy a little late starting over. It'll probably go as a base hit. I've seen Chambliss catch those. But this is going to go as a line drive base hit. Leaping forward, had it in his glove for a moment and couldn't hold on.
That ball was really hit hard. It was kind of sliced away from Chris. And Boggsy gave up on it right away. He thought the ball was going to be a hit all the way, and consequently was late getting to the bag. But I don't know if it had done any good if he'd have been over there or not.
Now Martin. Right-handed batter. The pitch swung on foul. Martin batting .238. Did not play in the first game. He'll be followed by Billy Smith getting a shot at short. I got a couple of high-priced players that probably have to play. Martin's one of them. Drives it to right center field. Murphy's going to have to hurry up, and he makes a great catch. Oh, what a play by Murphy. You got to appreciate that catch. If you've ever been to a ball game at Candlesticks, the wind grabbed it, took it away from Murphy on a slice. He caught it inches off the ground.
He was playing him over in left center field, too. Caught that ball in right center field. You can't tell me that Dale Murphy can't cover ground out there. Big, long stride, great catch.
Now Billy Smith, the left-handed batter. That ball gets through. Clark would have scored. We're in the bottom of the second. Giants won the first game 3-1. Benedict with a sign. Tommy Boggs pitching. Runner fakes a break. Benedict up out of that crouch as the pitch sails outside. 1-0. Davenport flashes the sign. Clark isn't that quick. They could send him on a hit and run if they wanted to, but a straight steal, I don't know. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Don Buford coaches at first. Sadek is on deck. Smith, a left-handed batter. Tommy Boggs at the belt. Takes a look to first and pitches. That's low, 3-0. You'd like to get him out here in the bottom of the second to have the bottom part of that order started next inning. But he's 3-0 on Billy Smith. And the pitch is a strike. 3-1. Smith looking at Davenport for the hit or take. You got to feel that if it's over, he'll take a crack at it. 3-1. Ball 4. Outside fastball. Runners first and second for Mike Sadak, who's batting for the first time in this series. May has done all the catching. Sadak, a right-handed batter. He's 0 for 9 this year. And the pitch swung on, fouled, out of play. Sadak's not a big guy for a catcher. About 5'9" or 10, 175. Smith at first base. Clark at second. Clark now with 3 hits in his doubleheader. He's been in a horrendous slump. The 0-1. Bounce to the mound. Boggs got it. Runs halfway to first, flips it, and the inning is over. That's it for the Giants. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. We played 2. Braves nothing, Giants nothing.
It's like this, Helen. I was telling George that it makes more sense to add an addition to our house than it does to sell.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we like the neighborhood. What we need is more space for the kids, not a new house.
Uh-huh.
After all, our home is now worth a lot more money than what we paid for it. I told George that somehow we should be able to use that money for the addition.
You can.
Huh?
You can. With a home equity loan from General Finance. You could borrow as much as $25,000 on the increased value of your home.
Excuse me for a minute, Helen.
I'm going to call George?
Nope. I'm going to call General Finance.
Maybe you should call General Finance. With a home equity loan, you could borrow up to $25,000 on the increased value of your home without affecting your present mortgage. You can use a General Finance home equity loan for an addition, to consolidate bills, or however you see fit.
Get all the information by calling the home equity specialist at General Finance. See the white pages for the office near you.
This is Wolfman Jack with a message for all you who want to do good. Like a smile is the shortest distance between 2 people, right? Well, care can make some needy families overseas smile and put a smile on your face, too. You give to care, and you give food to kids who don't have much, and a chance for their families to grow food and help themselves. So do something about it, friend. Put a smile in their lives and yours.
Please send your check or money order to CARE, 145 Madeira Avenue, Coral Gables, 33134.
Ed Miller leads it off, 3rd inning. Miller, Royster, Washington. First 3. Here's a pitch. That's the ball outside. A week ago, this day, the Braves started their winning streak. It reached 6. It was ended this Sunday afternoon. Strike call. Now all you got to do is start another one.
Well, if we can go through the whole season just losing 1 a week, be in great shape, huh?
I'll see you in the World Series.
Yeah.
1-1. Bouncing ball right side. Morgan has it. Throws just in time. He had trouble getting it out of his glove or something. Miller almost beat it.
I don't know how Joe can have trouble getting that ball out of his glove. That thing he wears is the smallest glove I've ever seen.
Like a motorman's glove. He does. Here comes Jerry Royster. He'll be followed by Claudell Washington. Royce, the first time up, struck out. The windup and pitch. Strike. 0-1. Now, Houston won today, beating Cincinnati 1-0, but their hitting problems appear to still be there. They haven't scored many runs, but they got 1 today and 1. Pitch outside. Braves scoring only 1 run in the first game. Was their low for some time. The next pitch swung on, broken bat, popped to second. Morgan makes the catch, and the bat goes to short. There it is out there. They just not building them like they used to.
That bat didn't just crack. It broke completely in half.
The handle's at home plate, and the barrel is down there around deep short. Now Claudell Washington. Slide to left first time up. Braves' longest winning streak last year was 7. Longest winning streak in history of the Atlanta Braves, 11 back in 1970. Now the pitch. Claudell fouls it right underneath it. 0-1. Washington fanned in the first inning with a runner at third. And only 1 out. There were runners on the corners. Next pitch driven to right field. Clark over. Can he catch up to it? He can. That follows it right on the nose. But Clark caught it right in the corner. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the third. Braves nothing. Giants nothing.
Over the last 6 months, sales of new Chrysler-built cars are up compared to a year ago. Ford, GM, Datsun, Toyota are down.
We've been there before, and we know the way. We're coming back.
Plymouth Reliant K is one reason Chrysler is coming back strong. When 100 GM owners compared Reliant K to Chevy Citation in an independent test, Reliant won. 70 of those 100 GM owners judged the Reliant K superior overall on the basis of style, ride, and driving ease.
We're coming back.
Something else you may not know. Reliant Coupe's base sticker price is $500 less than Citation. $500 less. Chrysler hasn't raised its prices. GM has. The standard equipment levels vary.
You decide which is the better buy. Test drive a new Reliant K and compare it to a new 1981 Citation. We'll pay you $50 whether you buy our car or theirs within 30 days. Only 1 check per customer, only at participating Chrysler Plymouth dealers. Ask for complete details.
We're not foolish to offer you $50. We're confident.
Hi, this is Charlie Callis. You know, everyone who travels out of the country must complete a declaration form when they return through customs. So now, as part of a free kit called Travel Pack, you can get a declaration form before you go and fill it out while you shop. For your free Travel Pack, write to Travel Pack, U.S. Customs Service, Washington, D.C., 20229. That's Travel Pack, U.S. Customs Service, Washington, D.C., 20229. Or see your local travel agent.
The third. I was in error when I said Washington struck out first time up. I know a lot of people keep score. Washington slide to left first time up. He lined hard in the third. Be surprised how many people keep the scorecard while they listen. Won't lead anybody astray. Washington's ball was well hit, but Clark got over there and seemed to just wait for him. That's that wind again. Well, Whitson will lead it off, bottom of the third. Johnny Boggs pitching, swing a miss, 0-1. Whitson's batting 200. He's probably 1 for 5. That's just what it is. And the pitch. Curve outside. Just about all the games completed now in the National League and the American League. Our 10th inning show follows this broadcast. Give you all the scores, particulars on all games on this Sunday afternoon. Swing a miss. 1 and 2. Top of the order to follow with Bill North. First game took a shade over 3 hours. Now the 1-2 from Boggs. Off the corner, 2 and 2. Each team with a hit. Been no errors. Signed by Benedict. 2-2. Swung on, bouncing ball third. Horner's got it. Throw across. In time. Whitson almost beat that. He gets a hand for his hustle. That's how fans appreciate hustle. Whitson, a pitcher, busted his tail, as they say, going down that line. And he made it close. Here's Bill North. Never forget Eddie Matthews. One time asked about running to first base, said, I think that if you come out here for a ball game and you bat 4 times, that you ought to be able to run the first 4 times in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Boy, he used to be upset if he didn't run out a ground ball. Matthews was a manager. He expected everyone to run him out, and as a player, he did. Pitch to North, fouled up this way, right underneath us. North attempted to reach for the bunt the first time up, and he fouls to the catcher.
When you talk about running the balls, Bill Vernon has a good policy over there in Houston. If one of the players doesn't run a ball out, he determines that just by watching it. The next day, the whole team's got to come out early and do some base running.
The 0-1. Driven over first. Is it fair? It's right on the line for 1, 2, and maybe 3. He holds there. Here comes the throw. He's at second. North dropped a double right on the chalk and right. The go-ahead run at second base, and there's only one out. Now, Tommy Boggs can't get careless with North because it's carelessness on the part of the pitcher that allows a runner to steal third. Catcher hasn't got a chance to throw him out. If you let him get that real big lead and a running lead, you give a catcher just a little bit of a chance, and he'll throw him out. He's only going to throw 90 feet. Bergman, the batter, the pitch. Low.
We got a little bit of help here. If North does decide to do that, they got a left-handed hitter up, and makes it a little bit easier for Benedict to wing the ball down there. Sometimes with a right-handed hitter up there, you got to step in front or behind the guy, depending on where the pitch is.
1 ball, no strikes. Boggs looking to second and pitching. Low. 2-0. Morgan on deck. Sign given by Bruce. Bergman waiting. 2-0. Low. 3-0. Waits jumping around for Tommy Boggs. He's walked one batter to this point. Now he's ready. Cripple pitch. Low, ball 4. Two on for Little Joe. Morgan struck out the first time up. Morgan, left-handed batter, 1 out, runners first and second. Morgan will be 38 in the fall. Boggs is ready. And pitching. Low. 1-0. Darrell Evans on deck. Tommy Boggs ready again. Looks to second and comes to the plate. Foul away. He did not have a good swing. Boggs got him 1, 2, 3 in the first, allowed a base hit and a walk in the second, and in this inning to this point has allowed a base hit and a walk. Boggs has pitched well in each game that he started. Accepts the sign, now steps off. The pitch. Didn't mean to. Check swing foul. Boggs has 1 complete game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The complete game was a loss to Houston, which he pitched very well. Caused his own downfall when he threw away a bunt. Time by Benedict. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit foul. Out of play. Looked like he dropped down a little bit when he came with that breaking ball to a left-handed batter. One ball, 2 strikes. North off second. Bergman off first. Boggs pitches. Low on a curve. 2-2. Benedict with a new baseball. John McSherry receives a new supply from the bat boy. Giants trying to win 2 here today. So the series would be 3-2 Braves. The Braves trying to win their 4th, of course, and have a 6-1 road trip. 2-2, high out of the strike zone. 3-2. Now they may send the runners. 3 balls, 2 strikes, only 1 out. North at second, Bergman at first. He's ready. Fakes the second. We'll do it again. Stretching Boggs. Runners go. Pitch swung on, miss, throw third. And he is going to be so far out. North is out. He was out by 10 feet. A strikeout, and Benedict gunned him down. Horner was sitting there waiting for the ball. Double play. Strikeout. 2-5. Second time the Braves have done that today. No runs a hit. 1 left. And we've played 3. From Candlestick to score. Braves nothing. Giants nothing.
Hey, Fred, how you doing?
Hey, real good, Stan.
Hey, what's this? You're not renting the Thompson's cottage this year.
No way. This place is mine.
You bought? Fantastic. How did you swing it?
I got a home equity loan from General Finance.
Yeah? How's that work?
Well, my house in the city has really increased in value. General Finance loaned me money on that increased value, and I didn't have to touch my original mortgage. Fact is, a General Finance home equity loan can be for as much as $25,000. That's why I own this cottage, and other folks rent it from me.
Speaking of renting, Fred, do you think I could rent your new spread for a couple of weeks later this year?
Sorry, Stan. It's all booked up.
Oh.
You too may be able to take advantage of the increased value of your home with a General Finance home equity loan, possibly for as much as $25,000 without affecting your present mortgage. And you can use a General Finance home equity loan as you see fit.
Call Friendly Bob Adams to learn more about General Finance's home equity loans up to $25,000. See the white pages for the office near you.
Energy strategies for today's world from the Palm Beach County Extension Service.
Confused about the new black and yellow energy labels you've seen on new appliances? They're there to save you money. The labels appear on refrigerators, freezers, washers, furnaces, and room air conditioners. A lower purchase price on an appliance may not give you the best deal. Calculate the lifetime operating costs of that appliance.
Look to tomorrow by acting now. Contact your energy information
Pete Van Wieren, Skip Carey with you now. We go to the 4th. Horner leads it off against Whitson and looks at a fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We are scoreless through 3. Whitson delivers again. Let up. Missed the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Horner. He flied to right his first time. The big right-hander delivers again. Curve outside. It's 3-0 to Horner as the Braves try to get something going here. They've had their chances all day long. They left 12 on in the first game, left the bases loaded in the second inning of this one. The 3-0 to Horner, and here it is. Strike at the knees. It's 3-1. He was taking all the way. Nobody on, nobody out. 4th inning has just commenced. And Whitson's 3-1 pitch. Pop foul back and out of play. That runs it full, 3-2. Tommy Aaron coaching at first. Bobby Dews at third for the Atlanta team. And the payoff pitch to Horner about to be made by Ed Whitson, who looks for his first win of the year. Curve high, he walked him. Horner coaches a walk. The 3rd of the game for Whitson. He had walked only 3 and 17 in the 3rd innings coming into this game. Chris Chambliss, the batter, he ripped a double to right center his first time. Chambliss was 0 for 3 in the first game. So Bergman has to hold the runner at first, which gives Chris some additional hitting room over there. Whitson comes set the pitch. Swung on line, deep left center. North on the run, though. He's going to get there, I think. No, he misjudged it. It bounces in front of him. Horner races for third. Chambliss will hold at first.
The wind fooled North that time. He was loping after that ball. All of a sudden speeded up, but could never get there. He dove headlong. The ball bounced in front of him. Bounced by him for just a moment. It'll be a hit, though. It was misplayed. And the Braves have runners on the corners with nobody out. A real break for Atlanta there. But in fairness to North, I don't care how many games you play in this ballpark, the wind will drive you nuts. Well, here's Murphy with a chance to do some damage. He lined hard to the shortstop, Billy Smith, his first time. Whitson in some genuine fourth-inning trouble. The stretch pitch. High and inside with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Sadak crossed up, apparently. Goes to the mound to talk it over with Whitson. Head out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Born in Johnson City, plays in San Francisco. So, as you might expect, he lives in Columbus, Ohio. That pitch doesn't count. Must be a story behind that. A ball, no strikes to count. Murphy had stepped out before Whitson offered the next one. Now we're ready. Curve high, 2 balls, no strikes. Bruce Benedict, the on-deck hitter. No score, but the Braves threaten in the fourth. The infield back for San Francisco. Murphy's got a lot of room on the right side to hit through. The stretch. Now the pitch. Swung on, there's a drive, deep left field, way back. That ball is going to be out of here. Home run, Dale Murphy. It's 3-0 Atlanta. Well, he didn't have as much room to hit through on the left side, so he hit it over him. A long drive, a line drive home run for Murph. Dale has driven in all 4 runs the Braves have scored in this doubleheader. He now has 11 for the year. That's his 3rd homer. Atlanta leads it 3-0. Benedict will hit. Before he does, we'll pause. This is the Braves Baseball Network.
Hi, Gabby Bell, and my sports reports each morning on WJNO West Palm Beach. I hope you listen to the radio news voice of Palm Beach County.
Benedict walked his first time. Whitson delivers. Fast strike at the letters on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 3-0 Atlanta. Whitson fires. Bounced the curveball up there. Eludes Mike Sadak, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Louis Gomez, the on-deck hitter for Atlanta. And Whitson fires, swung on, fly ball, deep left field. But Martin is there. He has it, 1 down. Bruce put a pretty good charge in that one. 1 out for Louis Gomez. Gomez walked his first time. Tommy Boggs moves on deck. Murphy took Whitson deep, as the players say, and Atlanta leads 3-0. And Gomez pops it into short right field. Clark comes in, battles the sun, makes the catch, 2 down. So Gomez is retired and Boggs the batter. Braves trying to go to 10-6. Boy, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful day here in the Bay Area. But it'll be nice to get home. The pitch to Boggs, swung and missed. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody aboard, but 3 runs have scored for Atlanta. Ed Whitson again ready. Now the pitch. Curveball, little bloop into short right field. Morgan can't get it. Boggs has himself a hit. So Boggs is at first with 2 out, and Ed Miller, the Atlanta batter.
All of a sudden this year, Tommy Boggs is a pretty good hitter. That's his 4th hit of the season and just his 11th at bat.
Probably because all those bets they've got among the starting pitchers can't afford to be a bad hitter. They go by the month. Whoever has the worst batting average among the starters for a month to buy everybody else dinner. You don't want to pay off in this town or New York. The pitch to Miller. Swung on, popped him up, short center field, but in this wind, you never know. The shortstop, Smith, is out there, though, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But a good inning for Atlanta. 3 hits, produced 3 runs. Murphy's homer, the big blow. There were no errors charged and a runner left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. You score Atlanta 3, San Francisco nothing.
Hey, Joe, that's a good-looking set of skins you're driving on. What are they? TKTs. TKTs. Never heard of them. Who makes them? The best manufacturers in the world. They're the Tire Kingdom tires. TKTs. Hey, that's what I'm riding on. Tire Kingdom tires save me big money. You can't beat their price or quality with brand names like Michelin, Uniroyal, General, Goodrich, and Independent. How do they do? Volume, boy. It's all volume. There's a Tire Kingdom near you from Fort Lauderdale to Stewart.
This is a play.
Randy's brand new thing.
Hi, I'm Randy. Can I help you?
Harry, it's Randy.
He looks just like he sounds.
Say brand new the way you do in the commercial.
Brand new. You'll be amazed how compelling a creative radio commercial can be.
They must cost you a fortune.
No.
No?
No, radio costs a lot less to produce than TV commercials.
Well,
And radio time is a lot less, too.
Was that a tuba you used on that one?
Oh, you caught on, didn't you?
Oh.
Are you a working couple?
Oh, yes, I'm a doctor.
I'm a nurse.
You know, that's interesting. Radio advertising is the medium to use for getting to professional women and working couples.
That's us.
You like the commercial, huh?
Yeah.
Well, listen to the radio next week. Randy's brand new surprise week.
Ooh.
And you know part of the surprise? I recorded all this. I'm going to use this as a radio commercial for next week.
Honey, we're going to be in showbiz.
No, better than showbiz. You're going to be on the radio.
Am I dressed right?
Radio. Red hot because it works. With couples who work. They're your prime customers today, and radio fits their busy lifestyle best. The Radio Advertising Bureau can send you more facts. This station can send you more customers.
Darrell Evans will lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning for San Francisco. We mentioned earlier over here on radio that Craig Swan had to leave the Mets-Montreal game in the 1st inning of the 2nd game, and we had guessed that he has had arm problems, but found out from a fan watching on the cable on TV that he was hit in the back of the head by a ball thrown by his catcher. Probably a steal play, which he turned around to watch and didn't get down low enough. We have no word as to his condition. Probably just KO'd for a minute or two. But it was not further arm trouble for Craig Swan. And Darrell Evans will lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Giants. Boggs gets ready to go to work. Evans pops a short his first time, and Tommy's pitch. Fastball, there's the drive. Deep right center. Back goes Washington. Can't make the catch. It's up against Murphy up with it. And Evans is at second base with a double. And without the wind, that thing is out of here. Washington had to battle the sun and the wind and just missed connections in deep right center. And Evans is in scoring position with nobody out. Boggs grooved the fastball with a 3-run lead. Darrell jumped all over it. Here's Jack Clark. He singled his first time, homered and singled in the first game. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Boggs delivers. Breaking ball, a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strike. Oakland got 3 in the 9th, and they lead Seattle 9-4 as the Mariners bat in the bottom half. The pitch. Strike call to Clark, evens the count at 1-1. Did you see the stance Farrell Tom Paciorek employs now?
That's very, very unusual. He's about 2-3 inches up in the bat in a severe crouch. Wide open.
The 1-1 to Clark hit hard on the ground. Royster fumbles. Recovered. Throws. Got him. 1 out. Evans moves to third. That ball was sharply hit. So Jerry Martin, the batter, with a runner at third and 1 out. The infield will play back for Atlanta.
Everyone who knows Tom, very anxious to find out where that stance came from, because when he was with Atlanta, he was an upright hitter.
You know,
straight away, right down on the bottom of the bat. He almost looks like Pete Rose now up there.
Or Maury Wills. He used to hit sort of that way, and he's the manager, though they don't get along overly well, the two of them. Maybe he was being sarcastic, knowing that the game was televised in San Francisco where the Braves were. Here's Martin. He lined to center his first time where Murphy robbed him. The pitch. Missed the outside corner with a slider. 1 ball, no strike.
Well, it must be working pretty well for him. He's hitting about 370.
Tom makes his home in Atlanta, Stone Mountain area. The 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Inside, 2 balls, no strike. Bill Smith, the shortstop, will be next. It's 3-0 Atlanta, but the Giants are threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. Benedict with the sign. See what Martin does on this 2-0 pitch. Here it is. He swings and fouls it back, and it's 2-1. Our guest is Vern Rule against John Montefusco on Tuesday night when the Braves come home to take on the Astros. Two and one, the count to Martin. Evans at third, 1 out. As Boggs starts into his line, Martin steps out of the batter's box. Now Jerry's back in there. And Boggs delivered. Fouled back again. Count evens at 2-2. Martin from Columbia, South Carolina, and that's where he makes his off-season home. Hit 23 homers, drove in 73 runs last year in Chicago, but batted only .227. He and Jesus Figueroa came over here for Joe Strain and Phil Maustu back in December. Runner at third, 1 out. Boggs is ready. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled it back again. Tommy would love to get the strikeout here to get out of this inning. Have a chance to get out of this inning unscored upon. So the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced to the left to Gomez. Diving stop. Throws to first. He beat it, and a run is in. Great effort by Louie, but Martin legs out at infield hit. It's a 3-1 game. And Bill Smith, the shortstop, comes to the plate. They were playing Martin as a pull hitter. He hit it up the middle. Gomez dove headlong to get to the ball. Leaped to his feet, threw a half step late. Smith walked his first time. Smith hit .278 at Oklahoma City last year with 5 homers, 37 RBI. He's 28 years old. 6'2", 180-pounder. Pitch to it. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strike. Atlanta leads at 3-1 now. Mike Sadek is on deck. Still only 1 out in the inning. The stretch. Now the pitch. Curve, swung on, fly ball, short right field. But L. Washington is there. He has it 2 down. Smith flies to right and Sadek to bat. Sadek tapped to the mound his first time. Takes a look at his third base coach, Jim Davenport. You doubt that Martin would do any running here, but never know. Boggs comes set on the pitch. Curve, swung, popped him up on the infield. They battle to win. Horner comes on. Benedict on. Benedict struggles but hangs on, and the inning is over. But the Giants get one of the runs back on 2 hits. There were no errors, a runner left. And at the end of 4, your score. Atlanta 3, San Francisco 1.
America, what's your favorite? Pie? Apple. And what's your favorite car, America? You see that baseball, hot dogs, apple pie?
The financial message of the 70s will destroy you in the 80s. The words of nationally known financial advisor Charles J. Gibbons, as heard on Alan Moore Off the Wall on the Florida Network. Mr. Gibbons will be in Stewart conducting 2 free 90-minute lectures showing you, among other things, how to earn 15% interest on your checking account or buy a home at under 10% interest with little or no money down. Plan now to attend one of these lectures at 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. Tuesday at the Holiday Inn on Federal Highway in Stewart. For information, call 659-7077 in West Palm or 422-4012 in Orlando.
American Kidney Fund? My brother needs a kidney transplant, and I wanted to give him one of mine. Now, he's in the Army, so the surgery's covered. But I don't have enough money to tide my family over while I'm laid up because of the operation. So I'm touring as to whether I should help my brother or provide for my family. Somebody said the American Kidney Fund might be able to help. You can. Great.
Help the American Kidney Fund. 800-638-8299.
Is this the American Kidney Fund? Doctors here say my baby girl has kidney disease. Her face is all swelled, and I can't do any more to help her here. They say I should go to this other hospital, but I don't have enough money to travel all that way. The doctor told me to contact you, that you could help. You can help?
Help the American Kidney Fund. 800-638-8299.
Ed Whitson into the line. Fastball high to Royster. 1 ball, no strikes. Jerry has struck out and popped up. Whitson again pumps and delivers. Breaking ball right in there. Evens the count at 1-1. Ed Whitson again gets ready. And his pitch. Foul tip back off the mask of Mike Sadek. So Royster's in the hole, 1-2. Richie Zisk hit his 5th home run of the year today for Seattle. Singleton hit his 5th. Schmidt has that number in the National League. Smalley hit his 5th for Minnesota. The pitch bounced foul past first. And the count stays, a ball and 2 strikes.
Dave Kingman back in the home run derby in the National League. He hit 3 today. 1 in the first game, 2 in the second. He now has 4 for the year.
And they lost the doubleheader. The pitch to Royster. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball on the outside corner. So Jerry is out on strike for the 2nd time in the game. The only 2 strikeouts registered by Whitson. Here's Cordell Washington. Fly to left and line to right. Corner moves on deck for Atlanta.
That second game final was 7-6. The Mets scored 4 runs in the 9th inning. Woody Fryman came on to save it, so Montreal sweeps a twin bill from New York.
Montreal doesn't have a whole lot of weaknesses. The pitch to Washington. Let up, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. If Sosa and Fryman can get it done in the bullpen, they're going to be tough to beat. The pitch. Swung and missed another breaking ball, and Cordell falls behind 0-2. At times, he seems to have trouble with off-speed stuff. Whitson fires again. Curve, bounce to short. Billy Smith up with it. Throws to first, 2 down. And Bob Horner will stand in. Horner has flied to right and walked in this game. He was 2 out of 4 with a walk in the first game. He scored a run in each game. Bob has driven in runs, though, in only 2 of the Braves' what is now 16 games. The first pitch to him high, 1 ball, no strikes. Oakland won that game 9-4. The pitch swung and missed the low fastball. Count evens at a ball and a strike. That makes them, 17 and 1?
17 and 1.
Keogh, the winner, is now 4 and 0. The pitch to Horner. Curve swung, drilled, deep left field. Let's see if he got enough. It is out of here. Home run, Horner. That makes it a 4-1 game. He hit a breaking ball and got it out of here. His third homer of the year. Horner now has driven in 9. And the Braves lead it 4-1. Playing long ball here in the second game of the Twin Bill. And Chris Chambliss, the batter. A 2-out homer for Horner makes it a 4-1 game. He was a little bit off stride on that pitch, but he is so strong, he hit it about 370 feet. Activity commences in the Giant bullpen. The pitch to Chambliss inside, a fastball, 1 ball, no strike. Now Holland begins to throw. The pitch, strike called on the outside corner to Chambliss, evens the count at 1-1. Again he delivers, bounces the curveball, goes all the way to the screen. 2 balls and a strike to count. Murphy is next. He hit a 3-run homer his last time. Whitson gets ready. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fly ball down the left field line, twists into foul territory and out of play into the seat. And the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chambliss has a double, a single, and a run scored in this game. Chris now with 6 doubles on the year. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, runs it full now, 3-2. Braves going for a split of the doubleheader and their best road trip in recent memory. Would be 6-1. The pitch. Low, he walked him. Didn't miss by much, but Chambliss draws a walk. The 4th of the day for Whitson, and here's Murphy, who was lined to short and lined a 3-run homer over the left field wall. Whitson has walked 4 in this game. In 17 1/3 innings coming in, he had walked only 3. So here's Murphy. Chambliss a short lead, and the pitch. High fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. Bruce Benedict moves on deck for the Atlanta team. The pitch. That's low, 2-0. He's all over the place now. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Outside at 3-0. Snap throw to first. Chambliss is back. Murphy takes a look at Bobby Dews. I bet they turn him loose here if he gets the pitch to his liking. The 3-0 pitch. He's swinging, line drive right field. Clark is there, though. He's got it, and the inning is over. Murphy hit it like a bullet, but right at Jack Clark. But the Braves pick up another run. Horner's homer, the only hit of the inning. There were no errors. A runner was left. We've reached the halfway point of the ball game now. After 4.5, your score: Atlanta 4, San Francisco 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, for some time now I've been suggesting that you remember a certain car dealer's name. And I want to see if that little test is working. When I say cars, who comes to mind? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about when I say savings? Roger Dean Chevrolet. What about service and parts? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about used cars? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about trucks and high trade-ins? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about great financing? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about big selection? Roger Dean Chevrolet. Well, I see now that perhaps you folks were listening. What do you take us for, some dumb bunny or something? We wouldn't forget a name like Roger Dean Chevrolet, Sonny. Are you crazy? Roger Dean Chevrolet, Okeechobee and Congress Boulevard in West Palm Beach. A name
worth repeating.
Go ahead. Repeat the name. Yes, repeat the name, Sonny. It's a name worth repeating.
Roger Dean Chevrolet. A name worth remembering.
Hi, this is Mike Levine, the new kid on the block. It's my job to conduct the talk program that's heard on WJNO News Radio each weekday afternoon at 1:05. It's a lively program. We get together for a freewheeling exchange of opinions on just about every subject under the sun. Exchange of opinions? Well, sometimes we even agree. But more often, you'll hear some knockdown, drag-em-out controversy, and every once in a while, a real good belly laugh. How about joining the gang? You and me, and WJNO.
5 hits, 4 runs. 2 of those 5 hits homers. He struck out 2, walked 4, and threw a wild pitch. Al Holland will be the next Giant pitcher. So Stennett stands in. Rennie hitting at an even 200 for the year. He's a right-hand batter, and the pitch to him swung and missed, trying to go to right field. 0-1 the count. He chased the slider, didn't get it. Stennett, North, and Bergman here in the bottom half of the 5th for the Giants. Boggs delivers. Curve hit into deep. Short. They'll never get there. Base hit. Stennett just hit a little roller, but he hit it in a perfect spot, and it dribbled on through into left field. He's on there with nobody out, and Bill North, the batter. North has fouled to the catcher, and he has doubled. He was 1 for 2 in the first game, but he had 2 walks and scored 2 of their 3 runs. So Boggs gets ready. Stennett a short lead, and the pitch swung on. Little tap toward second. Royster goes to second for the 4th. That's their only chance. Stennett is retired. 4-6. North is at first with 1 away. He grounds into the fielder's choice, and Dave Bergman is the batter. North is 10 of 12 in the stolen base department, by the way. Swiped the base in the first game. Bergman has popped out and walked. He's hitting at 125. Renner at first, 1 away, bottom half of the 5th inning. Boggs gets the sign. North the lead, the stretch, now the pitch. Swung on, little pop fly, short left field. That's going to drop, I think. Miller dives, but can only trap it, and runners are at first and second. Good effort by Ed, but it dropped in there. I didn't think he had a chance on that ball. A pop fly single for Bergman brings the tying run to the plate, potentially, in the person of Joe Morgan, who has struck out twice against Boggs. Morgan at 192 on the year. Darrell Evans moves on deck. Giants have wrapped out 6 hits here. We're in the 5th. Neither hit in this inning has been hit well, but in good spots. The pitch. Morgan swings and misses a Boggs fastball. It's 0-1. No activity in the Atlanta bullpen. The stretch by Tommy. His pitch. A little high, evens the counter to ball and a strike. Giants 1-6-0 in the game. Braves 4-5-0. Again, Boggs set on the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Strike called. A slider right on his hands. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a pitch that 2 years ago Tommy Boggs would have not been able to throw. He didn't have the good slider, and if he did try to throw it, he had no idea where it was going. But he can control that pitch now, and it's made him a winning pitcher in the major league.
He's ahead of Morgan, a ball and 2 strikes. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line down the left field line, fair ball into the corner. 1 run is in. 2 runs will score. The throw fell, the relay to the plate is high. He's safe. It's a 4-3 game. Morgan went the other way, hit a 1-2 pitch like a bullet, and just like that, the Giants are back in the ball game. Morgan drives in his 7th and 8th runs of the year, and it's 4-3. And Darrell Evans, the batter, he doubled his last time. Good piece of hitting there by Morgan. He went the other way and hit it like a bullet into the left field corner. Evans and Clark, the next 2 for the Giants. Boggs to Evans. Swung and missed it. 0-1 the count. Holland has completed his warm-up tosses for the Giants. San Francisco right back in it here. The stretch. Now the pitch. Line drive, left center field. Base hit. The game will be tied. Here comes Morgan. The throw is to second. Well, the Braves bullpen isn't busy, but I bet you it will be pretty soon. Evans drives in his 5th run of the year, and it's 4-4. And here's Jack Clark as Floyd Boyer makes his way to the mound for Atlanta while he heads out there. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Baseball Network.
This is the old Gab Box. Gabby Bell. I report sports twice each hour right here mornings on WJNO in West Palm Beach County's oldest and #1 radio station for news and sports.
Well, Whitson can no longer be the loser in the game, and now he's got a chance to be the winner. We're tied 4-4, and Evans is at first as Clark stands in with only 1 out. Mailer in the Atlanta bullpen. It happened in a hurry here to Boggs in the 5th. The pitch to Clark. Fast strike at the knees, outside corner, 0-1 the count. Evans leads away at first, the stretch. Now the pitch. Just missed with a slider. Outside, evens the counter to ball and a strike. Jerry Martin is on deck for San Francisco. The stretch by Boggs. Now the pitch. Flung on, popped him up, short right field. Royster going out. Washington coming in. Washington makes the catch. Jerry didn't have any idea where that ball was. He lost it when it first went up. But Washington was there to take care of Clark. Here's Jerry Martin. Martin is lined to center and singled. Braves had leads of 3-0 and 4-1, but we're tied now 4-4. Boggs comes set. The pitch to Martin is on the way. A little bit inside. 1 ball, no strike. In the 6th, Atlanta will send Benedict, Gomez, and Boggs to the plate. The stretch runner going. The pitch is low. The throw to second. He is out of there, and the inning is over. Perfect throw by Benedict. Cuts down Darrell Evans trying to steal. But a big inning for the Giants. They battle back to tie it. 4 hits produced 3 runs. There were no Atlanta errors, and nobody was left. We go to the 6th. Your score, Atlanta 4, but now San Francisco 4.
It's a good deal when you can get out of something what you put into it. For me, that something was my house. Let me explain. I worked long and hard to pay off most of my mortgage, so I had a lot of money sunk into my house, plus the additional money due to appreciation. The problem was getting some of that money back out of the house. Well, General Finance had the answer. A General Finance home equity loan. A home equity loan let me borrow on the money that had been tied up in the house. A General Finance home equity loan can be used to consolidate bills or however you see fit. And it won't affect your present mortgage. With my home equity loan, I'm putting my house hard to work for me, just like I used to work hard for it. Maybe you should check out putting your house to work for you with a home equity loan from General Finance.
Get all the information by calling the home equity specialist at General Finance. See the white pages for the office near you.
Pass the suntan lotion, Jack. Hey, that's a dog in a crumpled trench coat doing at the beach.
Gee, I don't know. Doesn't look like rain.
Oh, excuse me. I'm the crime dog. You probably didn't recognize me behind these sunglasses.
He's talking, Jack.
I just want to remind you, when you're at the beach, don't leave your watches, valuables, or wallet lying around. Leave them home or lock them up. That'll help, take a bite out of crime.
I think the sun's getting to me, Mary.
Stocky left-hander Al Holland checks into the game to pitch for the Giants. He's 5'11", 205, lives now in Charlotte, North Carolina. Last year had 7 saves, a 5.3 record, and a 1.76 earned run average for the Giants. Not so hot so far this year. He's 0-1, an earned run average of 12. This is his 7th appearance. He has yet to record a save. He has a Bachelor of Science degree from North Carolina A&T in Greensboro. And he'll face Bruce Benedict, who leads off the Atlanta 6th inning. Brand new ball game now, tied 4-4. Benedict has walked and flied to left. Holland ready to go to work. The left-hander winds. Here's his pitch. Right through there with a fastball. It's 0-1. All the other baseball for the day is history. The 0-1 pitch. Fast strike again. It's 0-2. Benedict argues about that one with John McSherry. Holland again into the wind. Here's his pitch. Swung on, right back to the mound on one hop. Holland fields, throws, one away. Benedict retired. Here's Louis Gomez. He has walked and flied to right. Boggs moves on deck for Atlanta.
Holland pitched very well in outings against the Braves a season ago. A 1.13 ERA in 8 appearances.
Gomez waits. Holland fires. Low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Gomez getting his first start of the year. Holland delivers again. A little high. 2 balls, no strikes. Giants won the first game 3-1. We're tied at 4 in the 6th of the nightcap. Holland delivers. That's right through there. 2 balls and a strike. The Braves bullpen quiet now. Boggs will hit for himself next. The 2-1 pitch lined on the right field line, but fouled into the bullpen. Count evens at 2-2. In the bottom half of the inning, the Giants will send Martin Smith and Sadek to the plate. And the 2-2 pitch is forthcoming. Top foul back. Out of play into the seats. 14,144 is paid attendance here today. And the pitch is low to Gomez. He runs it full at 3-2. So the 5-game series drew just over 30,000 people. The payoff pitch to Gomez. Here it is. Downstairs. He coaxed a walk. Holland walks Gomez. His first walk, the 5th by the Giant pitchers. Here's Boggs. He has blooped a single and bounced into a 4th play. He might be bunting here. He takes a look at Bobby Dews, his third base coach. Runner at first, one away. Ed Miller on deck. Gomez leads away at first. Evans in on the grass. Anticipates the bunt at third. The stretch. The pitch, runner going. He's swinging. Pops it up short right field. Gomez is going to have to hurry to get back. Clark makes the catch. Bad throw to first base where he would have had the double play. Threw it over the head of Bergman. Braves played hit and run. Boggs hit it in the right area, but got it up in the air. He's retired. Gomez fortunate to get back to first, and here's Ed Miller. Clark has one of the best arms in baseball, and he couldn't have been 12 yards away from Bergman when he cut that thing loose. I don't know how he missed it.
Threw it about 6 feet over his head. Came all the way on the fly to catcher Mike Sadek, who was backing up the throw about 10, 15 feet up the line.
Ed Miller turns around to hit right-handed now against Holland, who comes set and delivers. Fast strike right through there, 0-1. Right-handed is Miller's natural side of the plate to hit from. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. That should be easy. Morgan to first, and the inning is over. So Holland gets the Braves without serious trouble in the 6th. No hits, no runs, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Atlanta 4, San Francisco 4.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Jerry Martin, who was at the plate when Darrell Evans was cut down stealing, will lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning for San Francisco. Martin 1 out of 2 in the game. Did not play in the first one. The Hawks named a coach or anything while we've been gone, do you know?
I don't think so, not yet.
Boggs gets the sign from Benedict into the wind, and the pitch curve, bounced foul. Past third, it's 0-1. And Boggs delivers again. Sidearm fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-2 to Martin. Benedict with a sign. We're in a 4-4 game. Bottom of the 6th, the pitch. Bounced the breaking ball up there. It's 1-2.
Do we know how the Chiefs did today? Didn't see a final on that game.
The 1-2 pitch is on the way to Martin. Foul tipped the breaking ball. Just got a piece of it off the shin guard of Bruce Benedict. It stays 1-2. Well, let's see. Wall Street was quiet today. So can't provide any information on that.
It's been interesting watching this crowd the last couple of innings. The third base side of the stand's all in the shade now, and the crowd gradually moving further and further out the right field line. By game's end, they might all be out in the bleachers.
Strike 3 call to Martin. A sidearm fastball on the outside corner. Jerry Martin called out on strike. Boggs records his third strikeout of the game, and Bill Smith is the batter. He's walked and flied to right. One out, nobody aboard. Wind still blowing hard toward left field. Smith, a left-hand batter. Mike Sadek moves on deck. Boggsy into the wind, and his pitch is on the way to Smith. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. The Giants have out hit the Braves 8-5, but we're tied at 4. Boggs again delivers. Swung on, drilled deep right field, but foul into the seat. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Royster, Washington, and Horner, the first 3 for Atlanta. In the top of the 7th. Boggs delivers. Let up, popped up, short left center field. Gomez out, Murphy in, it drops, base hit. Murph got a slow start on that one. Gomez couldn't get there, neither could Miller. Another pop fly hit for the Giants. They've had a bunch of those. And Smith was at first with 1 out. And Mike Sadek, the batter. Smith has his second hit of the year. Here's Sadek. He tapped to the mound and fouled to Benedict. Boggs comes set on the pitch. He tries to bunt, bumps it foul back. Looks like Gary Lavelle throwing in the bullpen now, and with Sadek trying to bunt, it could be the Giants would go to a pinch hitter here. Boggs again set. And the 0-1 pitch. Downstairs, evens it up with a ball and a strike. One on, 1 out. 9 hits for the Giants now. Boggs delivers. Low and away. 2-1 the count. Sadek, a right-hand hitter, waits the stretch. Boggs delivers, runner going, foul tipped at the plate, and the count evens at 2-2. So the Giants tried to play a little hit and run. And the count evens at 2-2 on Mike Sadek. He is 0 for 11 on the year. Houston in for 3, and we're right back out on the road going to Chicago 3-day games and then on to St. Louis. Benedict the sign on the 2-2 to Sadek. Here it is. Just missed outside. He's run it full on the catcher, 3-2. Smith may be running on this 3-2 pitch now. Though there's only 1 out in the inning. Benedict the sign. The 3-2 pitch about to be made. Runner going. Foul back. Count stays 3-2. Don't want to lose this guy. Lavelle in the Giant bullpen, and now the Atlanta bullpen begins to stir around as well. Mailer, I think, will go to work again. And the 3-2 pitch to Sadek. Runner going. Swung on, ground ball, left field, base hit. Smith races for third. He'll make it without a play. Gomez had broken to cover second. The ground ball went to the spot he had just vacated. And runners are on the corners with 1 out. And Holland will now be called back, and the Giants with a chance to break out on top. They have gotten, and I'm not belittling them because luck plays a big part in baseball, but they have gotten some of the weakest ground balls and top flies to fall in this game that you'd ever want to see. That was another of them.
I think that's why we've seen so little bullpen activity from the Braves. If you look at the pitching line right now on Tommy Boggs, 10 hits in 5 1/3 innings, you wonder why he might still be in there and why there hasn't been more bullpen activity. But the fact is, Boggs keeps making good pitches. The Giants hitters aren't hitting him that sharply. They just keep going through the little holes on the left side or the right side of the infield or dropping in where nobody can quite get to him in the outfield.
Jim Wolford will come on as a pinch hitter, and Bobby Cox now goes to the mound for Atlanta. Wolford is 2 for 8 this year. He has a home run, that against Phil Niekro and the Braves in Atlanta last weekend. So Holland is through after one good inning. He walked the batter. That was the only offense, if you want to call it that, against him. And Gary Lavelle will come on for the Giants in the 7th. Wolford hit .280 last year. And drove in 24 runs as a part-time player. He batted less than 200 times. Runners on the corners, one out. Go-ahead run at third, and that's carried by Bill Smith. Smith was hitting 125, and Sadek wasn't hitting anything, and they got the hits that have the Braves in this mess with one out in the bottom of the 6th. The stretch by Boggs. And the pitch. Line drive, center field, base hit, the Giants lead. Sadek stops the second. Wolford hit it like a bullet right back where it came from. Nothing cheap about that base hit. It's 5-4 San Francisco as Smith scores. And the top of the order, and Bill Norris will come to the plate. So the Giants have employed 2 pinch hitters today. They have both delivered. Sennett got a base hit to start the 3-run uprising in the 5th. And Wolford just drove in the go-ahead run in the 6th. There's Bill Norris. Holland has a chance to pick up a victory now. North waits. The stretch pitch. Here it is. Popped him up short left field. Gomez going out. He calls for it. Infield fly in effect. He makes the catch 2 down, and here's Bergman. 5-11-0 for the Giants. 4-5-0 for Atlanta. Bergman has popped to short, walked, and singled. He has scored a run. Boggs trying to get out of here without any further damage.
6 of the Giants' 11 hits have either been Texas leaguers or little bleeders that just did get through the infield.
But they look like line drives in that box score tomorrow morning. The pitch to Bergman. Outside, 1 ball, no strike. Boggsy again set the pitch. That's high. It's 2-0. So he's fallen behind the left-hand hitter. Morgan, the on-deck batter. The pitch. Looping pop fly, short center field, base hit. Another run will score. The throw to the plate is late. It is 6-4. Another blue fifth, but it counts, and Bergman drives in the run, and that's going to be all for Tommy Bond. Sadek comes around to score. Bergman has an RBI, and the Giants lead it by 2 here. And Larry Bradford will be called upon to pitch to Joe Morgan. Boggs is going to rip that clubhouse apart, or he has been victimized by some bad pitches on his own right, but some blue pits for the Giants as well. Well, Bobby Cox is making a change, and the new Atlanta pitcher is Larry Bradford.
Light up the field, and on the sun.
This weekend could be the weekend that will be your wonderful weekend away at the delightful Sheraton Inn Winter Park. Right now, you can have 3 days and 2 nights and enjoy 2 breakfasts, 2 dinners, complimentary beverage for only $33 per person with double occupancy. Enjoy the attractions of Central Florida while spending your getaway weekend at the Sheraton Inn Winter Park. The Sheraton Inn, just off I-4 on Lee Road in Orlando. Call your travel agent or the Sheraton Inn Winter Park at 305-647-1112. You'll find it a refreshing experience.
6 runs. Struck out 3, walked 2. Morgan struck out twice and doubled in 2 runs down the left field line against Boggs. Bradford completes his warm-up toss. Right now, it looks like a dark Sunday in San Francisco for Atlanta.
Really hurt in that first game, I think, when the Braves left all those base runners on. 12 runners stranded in a 3-1 loss. And just when it looks like you're about to bounce back and get back in the victory column, here come the Giants with their bats suddenly alive. So, it's been 2 very different kinds of games, but the Braves lost the first one and trail here.
Going into the bottom of the 5th, up 4-1 with your ace on the mound, you feel like you're in good shape, but it didn't work out that way for Atlanta. Far from over. See if Bradford can get Morgan. 2 on, 2 out, the stretch pitch. Fastball low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Wolford runs at second, Bergman at first. Bradford again comes set. And he delivers right through there. It's 1-1. Larry again cuts loose. Curve, pop foul back and out of play. The head of the hitter, a ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers won their game today, so Braves would be 4 back unless they rally. The stretch. The pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball a little high, and the count evens 2-2. Bradford calls time to get his shoes in order. Larry's now ready. And the 2-2 pitch about to be made. Here it is. High, he's run it full, 3-2. Another left-hand hitter, Darrell Evans, waiting to hit next. The runners will be going now. Wolford from second, Bergman from first. And we'll do a payoff pitch to Joe Morgan. Here it is, and there they go. Bouncing ball to short. Gomez fields, will go to first, and the inning is over. So Bradford comes on and gets Morgan but 4 hits, but his 2 more runs. No Atlanta errors, 2 left. At the end of 6, your score. Giants now 6, Braves 4.
I look at my personal finances the same way a big company would look at its finances. Take assets, for example. I know that I can borrow on my assets to get money I need for some expense, investment, or to pay off obligations. That's what the big guys do. My biggest asset is my house. I built up quite an equity in my house. That equity is the difference between what I still owe on my mortgage and what my home is worth on today's market. And with the way my house has been appreciating, that's a lot of money. With a home equity loan from General Finance, I can borrow up to $25,000 to use as I see fit. Now, I don't know how much equity you've got, how much money you'd want to borrow, or what for. But I do know that you should check out General Finance about a home equity loan for, say, $5,000 or maybe $10,000, $15,000, all the way up to $25,000. Hey, and another nice thing about a General Finance home equity loan is you don't have to refinance your present mortgage.
Call friendly Bob Adams to learn more about General Finance's home equity loans up to $25,000. See the white pages for the office near you.
Some of you aren't playing McDonald's $10 million Build a Big Mac game because you say, I never win anything.
Well, let's fill some holes in that old excuse.
You can win a bundle,
But you gotta play.
even win $100,000.
And brother, that ain't hay.
over 200,000 prizes available every day.
Ranging from a Big Mac sandwich to Coca-Cola to $100,000 and no purchase required.
So get up here
What saw horse?
and play.
Okay, I'll play.
Must be at least 16. Details at participating McDonald's. Game ends May 10th. Void where prohibited. WJNO, West Palm Beach. John Clark Wheeler here. Hear my news reports mornings along with John Picano, Gabby Bell, and Paul Harvey News. Mornings on WJNO News Radio.
Jerry Martin moves from left field to center field. Johnny LeMaster into the game at shortstop. He'll bat seventh. And the new pitcher, left-hander Gary Lavelle, he'll bat in the number 1 spot. Bill North gets the rest of the day off. 6-4 Giants lead it. Jerry Royster leads it off against Gary Lavelle. Pitch to him is a curve over for a called strike. Royster 0 for 3 has struck out twice and popped to second. Lavelle on for the 6th time this year. He has a record of 0-1, 1 save, ERA of 2. The 1-strike pitch outside with a fastball, 1-1. Lavelle has worked in 9 1/3 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, 5 hits. He's walked 2 and he's struck out 8. Here's the 1-1 to Royster, low and inside, ball 2, 2-1. 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Giants, 4-5-0 for the Braves, who are in the top of the 7th. Giants won the first game, 3-1. Now the 2-1 pitch to Royster, hit sharply towards second, knocked down by Morgan. He picks it up now, throws to first in time. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Braves Baseball Network. One man out, base is empty. Here's Claudell Washington. He's 0 for 3. Slide to left, slide to right, and grounded to short. Lavelle delivers, curve in for a called strike, 0-1. Al Holland, the pitcher of record right now for the Giants. One strike pitch, strike 2 call. Fastball over at the knees. 0-2 the count. Now the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging, got up on a curve. Washington becomes Lavelle's first strikeout victim. Strikeout number 3 for Giants pitching in this game. And here's Bob Horner. Horner has flied to right, walked and homered, 1 for 2. He has scored a couple of runs, driven in 1. Braves back home on Tuesday night against Houston. John Montefusco will be on the mound for Atlanta. Probably Vern Rule for the Astros. Lavelle winding his pitch to Horner, hit on 2 hops to short. LeMaster fields, throws across to first in time. Very easy inning for Gary Lavelle. Braves down 1-2-3 in the 7th, and after 6.5 in game 2, our score remains Giants 6, Braves 4.
Eastern Airlines, the largest passenger carrier in the free world, gives you non-stop service to more cities in the Northeast than any other airline. Eastern gives you 14 non-stops to New York, so you can give your regards to Broadway almost any time of the day or night. We also have the most non-stops to Philadelphia and Hartford, and the only non-stop service to Allentown, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Providence, Syracuse, and Rochester. When you go to the Northeast, go there on Eastern and find out why we've been the #1 passenger carrier for 2 years in a row. If you can plan ahead before you fly, you can save with an Eastern Super Saver fare. For reservations and fare requirements, call your travel agent or Eastern Airlines.
There's only one way. We have to earn our way every day. We have to earn our way every day.
Sitting on top of a gold mine.
That's swell, Ed.
Yeah, except for one problem.
What's that?
I can't get at the gold unless I sell the mine.
Wait a minute. Ed, what are you talking about?
My house.
Your what?
My house. Oh, look at it this way. The difference between what I still owe on my mortgage and what my home is worth today is a lot of money.
Right. That's your equity.
Right. But how can I use that money without selling the house or refinancing my mortgage?
With a General Finance home equity loan.
Keep talking, Tom.
Well, with a home equity loan from General Finance, you could borrow up to $25,000.
$25,000. Tom, I think I just struck it rich.
With the General Finance home equity loan, you may be able to borrow up to $25,000. You can use a General Finance home equity loan however you see fit.
Get all the information by calling the home equity specialist at General Finance. See the white pages for the office near you.
On top 6-4, here's Evans. Evans has popped to short, doubled and singled, 2 for 3. He's scored 1 run, driven in 1. Bradford winding the pitch to Evans. Little check swing foul off to the left side of the plate. The count 0-1. Rick Mailer working in the Atlanta bullpen. Nothing in 1, the count on Evans. Benedict giving the sign to Larry Bradford. Here's the left-hander's wind. And his 1-strike pitch. Curve missed high. That evens the count on Evans. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braves had a 4-1 lead going into the bottom half of the 5th in this game. Giants scored 3 to tie it, and then 2 in the 6th to take the lead. Next pitch to Evans misses inside. Ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, I thought we were in the driver's seat. We had that lead 4-1. But that's just like you never know in this game. Those balls somehow find a place to drop down and turns it around.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Evans. Pops it high in the air behind the plate. Benedict coming back toward the screen. Won't have room. It drops about 3 rows into the seats. And the count goes to 2-2. And things have a way of happening. You just can't expect the Giants not to hit for much longer. They had gone virtually all season without scoring any runs, and the bats have come alive a bit here in the second game of this twin bill. Now the wind and the 2-2 pitch coming. Line drive, right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Murphy cuts it off in the gap, and Evans, after a big turn at first, will hold there with a single. His 3rd hit of this game. Hit number 13 for the Giants, and the batter will be Jack Clark. Bobby Cox heads out. Looks like we'll get another pitching change made here as we got right-handed Jack Clark do the hit. And that will be the case. So Bobby Cox will stay with the percentages there, bringing in the right-hander. The manager of the Atlanta Braves making a pitching change. The new pitcher for the Braves will be right-hander Rick Mailer.
America, what's your favorite sport?
Baseball.
Sandwich? Pie?
Apple.
And what's your favorite car, America?
Chevrolet.
You see, that's baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet, huh?
Right.
Well, you sure sound like America to me.
We are.
Well, then you better tell me again, because I just might forget.
We love baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
That's baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Baseball and hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
I think you better tell me again.
We love baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
In case you're wondering, this commercial is brought to you by baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and America's favorite car.
They go together in the good old USA. Baseball and hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Makes sense to me.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Right-hander Rick Mailer, the new pitcher for Atlanta. He makes his 5th appearance of the season. In the first game, he worked 1/3 of an inning, recorded a strikeout. Has no wins or losses, 1 save. ERA of 7.20. He's worked 5 in the 3rd innings, allowed 4 earned runs, 8 hits. He has walked 4, struck out 5. Bradford works 1/3 of an inning, allows 1 hit. The runner at first, Evans, his responsibility. No walks or strikeouts for Larry. Jack Clark will be the batter. Clark has singled, bounced to second, flying to right. 1 for 3. A 2-run Giant lead, 6-4. We're in the bottom half of the 7th. Pitch to Clark, taken low, ball 1. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. Rick Mailer stretching. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball way outside, 2-0. Jerry Martin, the on-deck hitter. Now the 2-0 pitch. Little loop into shallow right field. Royster back. Washington in. This one drops. Base hit. Evans around second. Heads for third. The Giants have runners at the corners. And that is now 14 hits for the San Francisco Giants, at least half of which have been just like that one. Either a little Texas leaguer or a weakly hit ground ball that somehow has gotten through. That can be a very frustrating thing to have happen to you when one hitter after another keeps getting on balls not that sharply hit.
It bothers you, I'll guarantee you that. I think there's only 3 of them for extra base and 3 double. That's 11 singles, and I don't know how many of them just little kick jobs.
Jerry Martin, the batter, is 1 for 3. He's flied to center, singled, and struck out. He's driven in 1 run. Infield in at the corners, about 2/3 of the way at second and short. The pitch to Martin, a strike in the outside corner. The count 0-1. 6-4, Giants lead it, but they're threatening to score more here in the bottom of the 7th. Mailer stretching. Here's his 1-strike pitch. Fouled off at the plate. And Rick is out in front of Jerry Martin, 0-2. You look for little things to turn things around in a ball game. If Rick Mailer can get out of this situation without a run scoring, that might be just a little spark the Braves need to turn this game around.
It's true. 2 runs is nothing for us.
0-2 on Martin. Here's the stretch in the 0-2 pitch. Curve, grounded towards short. Gomez up with it. Goes to second in time for the 4th there. Louis had an idea about coming home, but changed his mind. Evans scores. Give Martin an RBI. That makes it a 7-4 ball game.
Yeah, Gromy made a really a good play on the ball. He wants to keep the other run from scoring. That's his number 1 intention there. We had to go quite a ways to his right. Had a tricky hop to handle, too, and Wilkie took a look at home plate and thought might not be worth it. He still had plenty of time to force the guy at second base.
So it's a 6-4 fourth play. Martin drives in his second run of the game. A runner at first with 1 out. Here's Johnny LeMaster batting for the first time. He fouls the first pitch back on a play, 0-1. LeMaster in the first game was 0 for 3. Now batting an even 200 for the season. No homers, 4 RBIs, right-hand batter. The stretch by Mailer, the pitch with the runner going, taking low. The throw goes into center field. Martin back up on his feet, advances to third. Gives Jerry Martin a stolen base and charged Bruce Benedict with a throwing error, allowing Martin to get to third. That's the first error of the game committed by either club. And the Giants threaten again now with a runner at third. And only 1 out, and a count of 1 ball, 1 strike on LeMaster. And Jerry Martin's first stolen base of the year, infield in for Atlanta. The stretch in the 1-1 pitch, the squeeze is on. It's bunted foul off to the right. Martin broke from third, but LeMaster fouled it off, and the count 1-2.
Giants doing everything they can to put some more runs on the board here. Kind of a surprise with Martin taking off and stealing second base. I'm sure Bruce was a little bit surprised, but he made an errant throw anyway, and now it's going to run around and trying to squeeze him home.
7 runs, 14 hits for the Giants, 4 runs, 5 hits for the Braves. We're in the bottom half of the 7th. 1 man out. Martin at third, and a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes on Johnny LeMaster. Here's the stretch in the 1-2 pitch. High with a fastball, ball 2, 2-2. Giants won the first game, 3-1. Snapping a 6-game Atlanta winning streak and ending a 5-game Giants losing streak. Now the stretch in the 2-2 pitch. Almost hit LeMaster with a high inside fastball. 3-2, the count to Johnny LeMaster. Mike Sadek, the on-deck hitter. Here's the stretch by Mailer, and the 3-2 pitch. Line drive, right center field. Washington coming hard. Diving try. Can't come up with it. It's in for a base hit. Martin scores. That makes it 8-4. RBI number 5 of the year for LeMaster. And the Giants just keep chipping away. That's their 15th hit in the game. One run in this inning charged to Larry Bradford. That, by the way, is the first run Bradford has allowed in his last 22 games of relief pitching. 17 games last year and 5 this. Here's Mike Sadek. He's 1 for 3. That pitch is low, ball 1. Sadek has bounced to the pitcher, popped to the catcher, and singled. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball high, ball 2, 2-0. Still only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th. The Giants have gotten runs in each of the last 4 innings. 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 2 here in the 7th. Rick Mailer stretching. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second base. LeMaster slides in safely. So give Johnny LeMaster a stolen base. His second steal of the year.
Right there was something I think Rick Mailer might have learned a little bit. Still being new to the league, he didn't attempt to hold LeMaster on at any time over there. And Johnny can run a little bit. And even though the score is 8-4, you can't give those guys that second base.
Now the 2-1 pitch on the way. Little looper into shallow right field, but Washington there to make the catch. LeMaster started toward third, but then changed his mind. So 2 men are out now in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Jim Wolford will be the batter. He came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. Had a run-scoring single to center. Stayed in the game to play left field. 8-4 Giants is our score. Bottom half of the 7th. Here's the stretch by Mailer and the pitch to Wolford. Low and outside, ball 1. So the Braves, after winning their first 5 games on this road trip, have run into a revived Giant ball club here this afternoon. There's a strike in the outside corner with a curve. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giants got fine pitching in the first game, winning it 3-1. And their hitters have woken up here in game 2. It's 8-4 San Francisco. Line drive off the glove of Mailer. Second baseman Royster picks it up, throw to first, not in time. Wolford has another hit. LeMaster advances to third. That ball hit like a shot right back up the middle. Mailer got a glove on it, deflected it toward the second baseman Royster. But Jerry's throw to first was not in time, so now there are runners at first and third with 2 out. That's 16 hits in the game for the Giants. And the batter will be the pitcher, Gary Lavelle, batting for the first time. He's 1 for 2 at the plate this year. Bats right-handed. Swings at the first pitch, pops it high in the air, foul territory, first base side. Chris Chambliss over, battling that wind, makes the catch. And that's all for the Giants in the 7th. But San Francisco put 2 more runs on the board. 4 more hits. 1 Atlanta error, 2 men left at the end of 7. Our score, Giants 8, Braves 4.
You've got... The financial message of the 70s will destroy you in the 80s. The words of nationally known financial advisor Charles J. Gibbons, as heard on Alan Moore Off the Wall on the Florida Network. Mr. Gibbons will be in West Palm Beach conducting 2 free 90-minute lectures showing you, among other things, how to earn 15% interest on your checking account or buy a home at under 10% interest with little or no money down. Plan now to attend one of these lectures at 2 or 7 p.m. Wednesday at the Colonnades Beach Hotel on Singer Island. For information, call 659-7077 in West Palm or 422-4012 in Orlando.
It's like this, Helen. I was telling George that it makes more sense to add an addition to our house than it does to sell.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we like the neighborhood. What we need is more space for the kids, not a new house.
Uh-huh.
After all, our home is now worth a lot more money than what we paid for it. I told George that somehow we should be able to use that money for the addition.
You can.
Huh?
You can. With a home equity loan from General Finance.
You could borrow as much as $25,000 on the increased value of your home.
Excuse me for a minute, Helen.
You going to call George?
Nope. I'm going to call General Finance.
Maybe you should call General Finance. With a home equity loan, you could borrow up to $25,000 on the increased value of your home without affecting your present mortgage. You can use a General Finance home equity loan for an addition, to consolidate bills, or however you see fit.
Get all the information by calling the home equity specialist at General Finance. See the white pages for the office near you.
We go to the top half of the eighth inning. Braves down by an 8-4 score. Chris Chambliss, Dale Murphy, and Bruce Benedict do up against Gary Lavelle, who's trying to save it for Al Holland. 8 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Giants. 4-5-1 for the Braves. Chambliss is 2 for 2 in this game. He has doubled, singled, and walked. He has scored 1 run. Lavelle winds and delivers. Chambliss takes the curve for a strike. Once again, the organist here at Candlestick Park, not realizing there's a baseball game going on, continues to play.
You know, that organist only does it when McSherry's umping behind home plate. John's
McSherry trying to get the attention of the organist, who continues to play. Now he's stopped. They count 0-1 on Chambliss. Here's the line by Lavelle and the pitch. Curve is bounced toward first. Bergman fields it behind the bag, steps on first, 1 out. 1 gone in the 8th. Dale Murphy will step in. Murph has lined to short, hit a 3-run homer back in the 4th, and fly to right, 1 for 3. With a run scored and 3 RBIs. Preston Hanna and Gene Garber work now in the Atlanta bullpen. There's the pitch to Murphy. It's low, ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch coming. That's a strike in the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Whitson started the game for the Giants. Holland came on to work the 6th inning, and Lavelle came in the 7th. Next pitch to Murphy. Swing and a miss. The count 1-2. Darrell, you made a good point. Between innings, it's not an easy job to go up there and hit right now against any pitcher, much less Gary Lavelle.
That's right. And this time of day with the shadows that come into play, ball comes in and out of those things. He's got a hard slider. His fastball moves real well. He's nasty out there.
Lavelle in the sunlight at the moment. Murphy in the shadow. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside. 2-2.
That pitch right there, too, eats you alive. That real hard breaking ball. A lot of people think it's a slider, but I believe it's a small curve ball, but he throws it with a lot of velocity.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Murphy. Bouncing ball to the right side. Morgan to his left field. Throws the first in time, 2 down. So since coming on in the 7th, Lavelle has now retired 5 Braves in a row. The batter will be Bruce Benedict, who has walked, flying to left, and bounced to the pitcher, 0 for 2. Lavelle winding. Here's the pitch to Benedict. He takes it low and outside. Ball 1. Braves have had some success with Lavelle over the years. Here's the 1-0. That's high. 2-0 to count. Two men out, bases empty, and a 2-0 pitch on the way. Benedict fouls this one off to the left. They count 2-1. 8-4, San Francisco. Giants trying to sweep the Twin Bills. Braves have already won the series, winning the first 3 games of this 5-game set. Now the 2-1 pitch. That's a strike in the outside corner. It's 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Just inside with a fastball. Fills the count in Benedict 3-2. Here's the wind of the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, right center field. Clark to his right makes the catch. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 for the second straight inning against Gary Lavelle. Nothing across for Atlanta in the top of the 8th. And at the end of 7.5, our score, Giants 8, Braves 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, for some time now I've been suggesting that you remember a certain car dealer's name. And I want to see if that little test is working. When I say cars, who comes to mind? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about when I say savings? Roger Dean Chevrolet. What about service and parts? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about used cars? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about trucks and high trade-ins? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about great financing? Roger Dean Chevrolet. How about big selection? Roger Dean Chevrolet. Well, I see now that perhaps you folks were listening. What do you take us for? Some dumb bunny or something? We wouldn't forget a name like Roger Dean Chevrolet, Sonny. Are you crazy? Roger Dean Chevrolet. Okeechobee and Congress Boulevard in West Palm Beach. A name worth repeating. Go ahead. Repeat the name. Yes, repeat the name, Sonny. It's a name worth repeating. Roger Dean Chevrolet. A name worth remembering.
Tomorrow night at 8, Sandra Dee and Robert Goulet and I'd Rather Be Rich on WTBS.
Bottom half of the eighth inning, Dave Bergman, Joe Morgan, and Darrell Evans due up against Rick Mailer. Hanna and Garber continue in the Atlanta bullpen. 8-4 Giants. And here's Bergman. Bergman 2 for 3, 2 singles, a walk, and a pop to short. He scored 1 run and driven in 1. Mailer winds and delivers. On the inside corner to Bergman, called strike 1. Sign given by Benedict. 1 strike pitch on the way. Popped up foul, back into the seats on a play, 0-2 the count. Well, you can look at a day like this in a number of ways. If the Giants hold on and win here, that'll give them the sweep in the doubleheader. And, of course, anytime you lose a game, it's a disappointment. Losing 2, even a bigger disappointment. On the other hand, you can look at the fact that the Braves would still finish this road trip with a 5-2 record. Anytime you go on the road and play better than 500 ball, you've done well. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Low. 1-2. And that's just the way we're going to look at it. Exactly. Day off tomorrow, back home. Tuesday night against Houston. John Montefusco goes for the Braves. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball, right side. Royster diving, stop to his left. Throws to first in time. Well, that one didn't get through as Jerry Royster makes a fine stop to his left. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Braves Baseball Network.
WJNO, West Palm Beach. I'm John Picano. Catch my news reports mornings on WJNO News Radio. All news, all day.
And out, the base is empty here in the bottom of the 8th. Joe Morgan, the batter, he's 1 for 4. He has struck out twice, doubled and grounded to short. He has scored 1 run, driven in 2. Mailer delivers. Low, ball 1. Braves coming home to play Houston for 3. The Giants, though, begin a 2-week road trip tomorrow. They go to Los Angeles, Philadelphia, New York, and Montreal. That won't be easy. Here's the 1-0 pitch all the way back to the screen. And the count 2-0 on Morgan.
Joe right there giving Rick a little stare. Rick might be a rookie, but I don't think those little stares bother him too much.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Morgan. High with a fastball. Ball 3, 3-0. Darrell Evans on deck. Now the 3-0 pitch. Fouled back. Morgan had the green light on 3-0. 3 balls and a strike on Morgan.
I don't know, Pete, is Rick still considered a rookie, Rick Mailer?
I don't think he has enough innings in yet to be considered a non-rookie. The next pitch to Morgan up high, ball 4. Mailer walks his first man. Darrell Evans will be the batter. Let's see, Rick Mailer pitched 22 innings in 15 games for the Braves in '79, 4 innings in 2 games for the Braves last year. But he might have been on the Major League roster, I believe it's 45 days. If you're on longer than that, you're no longer a rookie. First pitch to Evans outside, ball 1. Darrell Evans, 3 for 4. He's popped to short, doubled, and singled twice. He has scored 2 runs and driven in 1. That's low. 2-0 the count. Next pitch to Evans, hit on the ground in the hole to right field, base hit. Morgan around second, heads for third. Claudell Washington throw to third, a little bit off the mark. Morgan slides in safely. And the Giants have just come up with their 17th hit of this game. Evans is now 4 for 5. Just check the National League Green Book, which has everyone defined as either a rookie or not a rookie, and Mailer has been up long enough so he does not qualify as a rookie. First and third again for the Giants with 1 out. Jack Clark the batter. He has singled twice, flied out, and grounded out. 2 for 4. Gene Garber works again in the Atlanta bullpen. The pitch to Clark is low and outside, ball 1.
How long do I have to be up in the booth to be qualified a non-rookie?
Well, you got to the bottom half of the first inning of that first spring training game. Good. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. Anytime you can get through the first inning of your first game and it's against the Tokyo Giants, you can't be a rookie anymore. 2-0 on Jack Clark. 1 man out. 8-4, Giants lead it. Pitch to Clark, swing and a miss. He was trying to park that one in the base. It's 2-1.
He swung so hard at that thing, he crossed into the other batter's box and ended up having to walk behind the umpire to get back in his batter's box.
Evans leads from first, Morgan from third, Mailer stretching. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little bit low, ball 3. 3-1 the count now on Jack Clark. Jerry Martin on deck. Now the stretch by Mailer, the 3-1 pitch. High pop-up. Shallow center field. Second baseman Jerry Royster drifting back, sunglasses down. He's got it. Tagging at third, Morgan. Comes halfway and goes back as the throw comes in from Royster. 2 are out in the bottom of the 8th. The batter will be the left fielder, Jerry Martin. He's 1 for 4. An infield single in the 4th. He's scored 1 run, driven in 2. In the Braves' 9th, the schedule hitters, Gomez, Mailer, and Miller. We'll no doubt see some pinch hitters in there. Evans leads from first, Morgan from third. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Martin. Swing and a miss. He got around late on a fastball. The count 0-1. 8 runs, 17 hits now for San Francisco. 4-5-1 the totals for the Braves. Bouncing ball foul down the left side. The count on Martin, 0-2. Well, the Braves have had a couple of big 9th innings on this road trip. 7 in the 9th inning in Cincinnati one night. 5 9th inning runs here at Candlestick on Friday night. Line drive, foul down the left side again. That one almost picked off Gene Garber warming up in the Braves bullpen.
Those are those big roundhouse curves that Rick throws, and Martin had leaned back away from the plate. Saw at the last moment it was breaking over the plate and kind of swung, falling away. Pulled away foul.
Still 0-2. Here's the stretch by Mailer and the 0-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Ball 1, strike 2 now to Jerry Martin.
Yeah, we scored 5 runs in the 9th. This time we'll come out a winner. It can be done.
Evans off first, Morgan off third. Mailer to the belt, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, high fly ball, shallow center. Murphy coming in. He's got it, and that's it for San Francisco in the 8th. So the Giants are down, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We've played 8 with our score. Giants 8, Braves 4.
Hey, Pam, look at this. The Ferguson's house is for sale.
Boy, look at that price.
You know, their house is basically the same as ours.
You mean our house is worth that much?
Well, more or less.
Well, then the difference between what we still owe on our mortgage and what we could get for our house is a lot of money.
Sure it is, but we're not selling.
Well, of course not, but we ought to be able to make some use of all the money that's tied up in our house.
Now you can with a General Finance home equity loan. A home equity loan lets you borrow up to $25,000 on the difference between your mortgage balance and your home's current market value. Without affecting your present mortgage, you could qualify to borrow $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, up to $25,000. Money you can use as you see fit. For details about a home equity loan, contact your General Finance office.
Hello, General Finance. I wanted to ask you about your home equity loan.
Call friendly Bob Adams to learn more about General Finance's home equity loans up to $25,000. See the white pages for the office near you.
Energy strategies for today's world from the Palm Beach County Extension Service. Confused about the new black and yellow energy labels you've seen on new appliances? They're there to save you money. The labels appear on refrigerators, freezers, washers, furnaces, and room air conditioners. A lower purchase price on an appliance may not give you the best deal. Calculate the lifetime operating costs of that appliance. Look to tomorrow by acting now. Contact your Energy Information Center.
Braves down by 4. Rufino had a pinch hit single in the first game. He is now 4 for 33 for the season. Batting a little over 100. 121 to be exact. Terry Harper on deck will hit for Mailer. The pitch to Linares. Strike in the outside corner. 0-1. Now the 1-strike pitch coming. Missed outside, 1-1. Greg Minton throwing in the Giants bullpen in case any trouble starts here in the 9th. The Giants 3 outs away from sweeping the Braves in this twin bill. Here's the 1-1. Pop foul out of play to the right. The count goes to 1-2. Linares, feet spread wide apart. Grounds the next one sharply towards short. Lemaster up with it cleanly. Throws to first in time. Well, Lavelle has been perfect since coming on in the 7th. He has faced 7 men, retired them all. Now Terry Harper will pinch hit for Rick Mailer. Harper didn't play in the first game, batting .267. No home runs. He's driven in 3. Right-hand batter. The wind by Lavelle, the pitch. Low, ball 1.
This is Harper, batting for Bradford.
1-0 pitch coming. Low again, 2-0. The count on Harper. Ed Miller on deck.
For Mailer.
Lavelle winding. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Strike in the outside corner, 2-1. 1 out, base is empty. We're in the 9th inning. 2-1 pitch on the way. Harper swings, line drive down the left side. Fair ball rolling into the left field corner. Harper around first. He heads for second. Wolford up with the ball. Harper takes the turn at second and holds there with a stand-up double. So Terry Harper comes up with his first extra base hit of the season. A pinch hit double into the left field corner. That is hit number 6 of the game for Atlanta. The first base hit off Lavelle. Ed Miller, the hitter. He's 0 for 4. Fly to left, pop to short, and twice he has grounded out to second.
I tell you, Terry Harper's done a good job keeping a good stroke there during the season for not playing very often. Yesterday hit the ball hard every time up, and another hard double today.
Miller batting right-handed against left-hander Gary Lavelle, who stretches and delivers. Strike in the outside corner with the fastball, 0-1. 8-4, Giants lead it, top half of the ninth. One out. Harper down at second. One strike pitch to Miller. Fly ball foul out of play to the left. And the count goes to 0-2 on it. Now the stretch by Lavelle, the two-strike pitch coming. Ground ball right side, that's through. Base hit right field. Harper around third, puts the brakes on as Clark fires a strike to the plate. So the Braves, trying to give them a finish here in the ninth inning, have put runners at first and third with only one out. Jerry Royster will be the batter. Royster 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, popped to second, and grounded to second. Seven hits in the game now for Atlanta, 2 off Lavelle. The runners lead from the corners. Here's Lavelle stretching his pitch. Swing and a miss at the fastball. The count 0-1. Glenn Hubbard has come out on deck. Pitch to Royster, over but low, 1-1. Washington due up next. He's a left-hand batter. One ball, one strike to Royster. Miller leads from first, Harper from third. Lavelle now steps off. Here's the stretch by Gary Lavelle. The 1-1 pitch to Royster. Swinging a foul off the glove of the catcher, Mike Sadek. And Lavelle out in front of Royster now, 1-2. This Pocoroba has come in from the Braves bullpen. Sign given by Sadek. Here's the stretch by Lavelle and a 1-2 pitch on the way to Royster. He fouls this one off the shin guard of Sadek and stays alive with a 1-2 count.
Jerry's hung tough those last two pitches. Real nasty curveballs by Lavelle.
Miller leads off first. Harper off third. The stretch and the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball back to Lavelle. He goes to the shortstop Lemaster in time for the fourth there. No chance for a play at first. A run scores, and that makes it 8-5. So Royster reaching on a 1-6 fourth play. Give Jerry an RBI. That's his second RBI of the year. 8-5 now with a runner at first, 2 men out. And Glenn Hubbard will now pinch hit for Claudell Washington. Hubbard played in the first game, went 1 for 3. Lavelle stretching, here's his pitch. A little bit high, ball 1. Hubbard started out today batting .231. No homers, 3 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch to him. Check swing roller down toward first. Bergman up with it. Waves off Lavelle, and the ball game's over, and the Giants have swept the doubleheader from the Atlanta Braves. In the ninth inning, Atlanta picked up 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Final score in game 2, Giants 8, Braves 5. Back with the totals right after this.